Hi guys, welcome back here to another episode. I just wanted to get one quick last episode in before I do an overview of the park. Just want to show you some of the things that I did off camera. So let's get straight into it. So as I said, I actually filmed a few things off camera. I didn't mean to, I just kind of I was doing some touch-ups and then I got into some things and I forgot to click record, and so unfortunately I didn't get everything at the end of this build on camera. It's something I do quite often actually. I get really into something. Sometimes I just want to go in and just add some fences somewhere, and then I end up doing a complete new area and I didn't click record. So I've done that again with this, but you've not missed too much. But I'm just going to show you some of the things that I've done off camera. This is the last piece of film I actually recorded, which is doing this planter and tidying up some of the areas here in the Brazilian area. But in the next episode, the final one, I want to do an overview of the park and just kind of show you all around. I'm having a bit of a problem though, because the game is got a lot of detail, a lot of rides, there's a lot of objects in this park, and my computer is really struggling to run it, and the lag is real. I'm not going to lie and say there's no lag, because it's really strong, really bad, and I don't know if I can really sit through a whole tour video with it lagging so bad. I'll try and figure out a way to get around it. Here I just wanted to do a nice little area where I'm going to build a theatre, so that's what the gap 4 is in the middle, and this is just going to be like a nice centre point of the park, and it kind of ties up all these areas that are around the outside. I forgot to film me building the theatre, so here it is. On the side I've wanted to build some like kind of pictures showing you the show that's on. I made up something using colours and some shapes, and just try to make some bushes and that on the side to make it nice and colourful. The back here is where the stage would be, and then the side here I have the exit from the theatre, and I've kind of hidden it a little bit using some trees and plants and just tried to integrate it really nicely into this area. The front has a nice little balloon stall and these archways of flags for guests to go in. There's a big theatre at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay, which I always remember, so that's kind of where the idea for that came from. So back over to the Brazilian area, I have this hypercoaster, of course, and I wanted to do some lockers here for people to store their bags. And then I wanted to make a sign here, which I didn't film either, called Carnival Hype. That's the name of the ride. I've made it nice and colourful, put some coloured lights on there, and that's just to make it really obvious where the entrance of the ride is. There's nothing like going to a park and not finding where the entrance of the ride is, so I wanted to make that nice and obvious. And here I'm just doing a last little food stall, somewhere to grab a drink or something, in the front of the Brazilian area. And this is just something I wanted to fill in this huge gap and add some seating, put some colourful umbrellas in there, some colourful walls, colourful flags, light it up, just make it look really nice and kind of match in with the rest of the area. But like I said, I had this huge area, I had to fill it in with something. I didn't want to do another flat ride because I don't think it's a particularly good place for a flat ride. I've actually got this Cobra roll here coming right out over this area, so I thought it would be quite nice to kind of feature the Cobra roll there from the Russian area and kind of have some seating there so you can watch the coaster. But obviously that leads me on to thinking, there's going to be people sat there, maybe there's going to be objects, loose articles on the ride that might hit someone, so I'm going to have to build coaster nets now. So that leads me on to what I'll do in a sec, which I did also off camera, unfortunately. But I do build some coaster nets for the Cobra roll there, which is just a nice little detail to keep it in theme with my realism thing that I like to do all the time. So I'll go ahead and just show you that in a second or two. Again, super laggy, so I apologise. I don't know how I'm going to do the tour. If anyone has any suggestions, then please let me know. But like I said, I'll try and do my best with it. So here we go. Here is the nets that I'm talking about. As you can see, they're just under each part of the coaster track from the red coaster there on the right side. And I think that looks really super cool, super realistic, in my eyes anyway. And I'll just spin the camera around so you can get another view. So that area is now kind of tied in nicely from the theatre into the Brazilian area. Everything's looking really cool there, really neat. So that's what I like. And then the last thing is this, well actually not the last thing, there's one more thing. This is an overflow car park. I realised that the car park that I had built was quite small. I like to think that maybe there's more car park off the map. So I don't want to put everything on the one map, otherwise it becomes too much. But some parks have an overflow car park, which means you park there and have to walk quite far to the entrance. So that is there. Had this huge space to put it in, so I decided to do it there. And then the last thing is this backstage area for the hypercoaster, which leads from the side of the map, a little access point there, and you can kind of come through. There's parking, there's a little warehouse maintenance shed, and then also there's an access point there to the dive coaster. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time for another episode when I will finally release the park file as well. Click the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you all next time. Bye.